Want to give a quick update on the progression of my van here, being turned into a, a living arrangement situation, sort of like a small RV. So last time basically it was just a bed, and I was just talking about insulation and yada yada, but which I'm still sort of, figuring out. But I actually kind of furnished it a little bit more, so I wanted to, make a quick video on that. So basically I had these seats in the middle, this middle row of seats here that I took out, but I was left with these stumps, these metal stumps. Here they are. That were basically screwed into the frame of the van. I don't know if you could see here, but yeah, these big metal stumps were screwed into the frame of the van, and the bolts went all the way to the under the van, and they were like really long and really rusty. So it would be quite a project to, I'd have to probably cut them off and all that. And given that, I'm in an apartment building, so I don't really have like a backyard where I could park and do like hours of work. I'd be lucky if I find a parking spot in front of the building, and that's the only way I'm really going to work, and I'm too busy for that right now anyway. But I figured this is sort of a blessing in disguise, because what I did was I bolted some furniture down to these, because they had holes left from the seats. So what I did was I took one of these, which I was going to put it this way. This is one of those IKEA shelves for kids, right? Somebody else on YouTube turned into sort of a kitchen unit for their van. So I took it, and then somebody recommended this, had an idea to put it this way, vertically, which worked. I drilled some holes in it. Let me get this junk out of here. So I basically just drilled some holes, and I bolted it down to this seat. Piece that was left behind. This is just kind of junk, it's not part of it. So it's always a mess, because it's always a work in progress, but hopefully this will give you an idea of what it does. And basically it looks like this, and it kind of also creates a wall between my bed and my toilet, which is kind of nice. I was actually thinking about hanging a curtain here, so this would be totally a completely isolated bathroom with a window behind it, if in case you make it a little stinky, you could kind of pull that side panel out, let it air out, whatnot. Yeah, so that's one. So I bolted this down. This is kind of cool too, because you could actually, I think I'm gonna put like a toilet paper holder here, and just put a roll of toilet paper, perhaps a shelf with maybe a book, like toilet books, you read while you poo. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, so on this side, I just took these wood panels which I found somebody threw out, and I did a little bit, I took these L brackets that I had laying around, and I bolted it down. I also drilled holes on this side, and bolted it down, and then, bolted down the top. So now I have this table, which I can cook on, I could eat at, I could read on, I could do some work, I could put my laptop down and whatnot. So, and it looks like this from the front. Pretty cozy, I think, aside from the mess. I think it's pretty cozy. So basically, yes, so that's that. And then the other thing which made a big difference was I got this butane stove on the recommendation of someone else on YouTube, which was like 20 bucks or something on eBay. And then this morning, I went and got, it's funny because I parked like across the street from the Perfect store, which was like this discount variety store, and it's gonna have everything at amazing prices. So I bought this little mug to boil water, and I bought this, which is I strongly recommend for on the road making coffee. If you can boil water, you can make coffee with this, and it's only like $2. So the idea is you boil some water, then you put this, you take a coffee filter, you put it in here, and you put the amount of coffee you would usually use, which is, for me, is like 2 tablespoons for a cup, and then you just pour the water down, and it basically sifts through the coffee grounds, and you get an amazing cup of coffee, right in your van, right? So I'm enjoying my first cup of coffee. See, I just bought this mug here for $1.50. So and I'm having an amazing cup of coffee right in my van, and yep, I believe that's about it. I just want to show a little bit of progress that was being done here, and oh yeah, and these LED lights, I don't know if I spoke on them before, but they're pretty awesome. It was like $4 for 3 of them. They run on AAA batteries. You can read at night. Yep, that's about it. Over and out.